welcome to our channel. Today, we're witnessing an extraordinary feat, a masterclass in ancient Chinese carpentry where traditional techniques meet modern necessity. Our work begins with clearing the slate. The site is prepped, debris removed, the ground leveled with a tractor, creating the perfect base for what's to come. A foundational cement slab is poured, establishing a rock-solid, unwavering platform to support the entire load of the structure. What elevates this entire project is the methodology. This house will be built entirely of timber, using the venerable mortise and tenon joinery system. You won't find a single screw or nail in the main frame. The builder starts by attacking the raw logs, shaping their rough, inconsistent edges, using a combination of powerful machines and careful hand tools. Each piece is measured, marked, and then carved with absolute precision. The chainsaw guided meticulously along those fresh lines. Across the foundation, concrete cubes are placed at measured intervals. These raised supports are functional lifesavers. They ventilate the understructure and act as a vital barrier, protecting the wooden frame from ground moisture and dramatically extending the house's life. The mortise and tenon joint represents the pinnacle of woodworking skill. Conceptually simple, it's mechanically brilliant. This joint connects two pieces of timber through complementary shapes. The protruding tenon fits snugly and perfectly into the mortise or carved cavity of the receiving piece.
The result is a
fierce
strong mechanical connection
lock
that resists
is
both
naturally
pulling and
resistant to
twisting
both
forces.
twisting and pulling forces. Every joint is custom cut to interlock, essentially creating a massive three-dimensional wooden puzzle that holds its integrity without relying on metal fasteners. In this style, precision isn't optional, it's everything. Especially during the framing stage, measurements must be flawless and the accuracy uncompromising. The frame serves as the skeletal spine for the whole building. One of the final stages of the frame construction is preparing for the roof. Strong, heavy roof beams are carefully seated to support flat planks, which will form the roof's essential underlayer. This wooden base is what will eventually secure the final roofing material. With excess material trimmed away, the magnificent timber skeleton for both the main house and its roof structure is finally complete. Construction now moves to a secondary wing adjacent to the main building. We follow the same meticulous process. Concrete support cubes are carefully positioned across the foundation slab. With the aid of a crane, the wooden frame is lifted and gently mounted onto these supports. The core construction principle remains sacred. Properly dried and treated timber joined exclusively with traditional mortise and tenon methods. Additional wooden partitions are inserted to further lock in the frame's stability and strength. The roofing phase begins with laying tiles across the completed frame. Alongside standard tiles, specialized pieces come into play. Verge tiles for edges, ridge tiles for peaks, and hip tiles for all angled sections.
Laying tiles across the completed frame. Beyond standard tiles, specialized pieces are used. Verge tiles for edges, ridge tiles for peaks, and hip tiles for angled sections.
These specialized cuts are typically the last installed, ensuring a finished and aesthetically pleasing polish. Decorative touches, such as finials, often crown the roof's highest points or accent the porches, providing that distinctive architectural character. The chosen installation method, overlapping rows, is key to comprehensive weather protection. Each row deliberately shingled over the one beneath it, creating an impenetrable watertight seal that directs rainwater safely off the structure. End caps cover the ridge terminals, delivering additional weather defense and a professional, clean appearance. A bandsaw is brought in to slice dried logs into perfectly uniform planks. The immediate next step is crucial. All bark must be completely stripped away from these planks. Why? Because bark is the perfect, inviting habitat for dreaded woodworms. Woodworm infestation is simply unacceptable. If these pests gain a foothold, they will silently eat the wood from within, critically compromising the structural integrity. Over a few years, this internal rot can destabilize the building and drastically reduce its lifespan. Precision only becomes more demanding when utilizing the mortise and tenon method. Every plank must be dimensionally identical to ensure perfect joint matching. This consistency is essential not only for undeniable structural strength, but for the visual unity that must permeate the entire building. Wooden partition walls are now set in place, dividing the expansive open space into distinct functional rooms. For this phase, a laser line level guarantees absolute precision. The builder uses the laser to accurately mark connection points, eliminating any guesswork and guaranteeing that cuts and joints align correctly. Installing the first floor requires wooden beams, which are fixed between the frame members to serve as the structural axis. The accuracy of the entire floor hinges on the precise placement of these beams. Think of these as the fundamental rails upon which everything else in the floor system will rest. Naturally, all mortise and tenon joints here must be cut flawlessly for the firmest connections. Concrete building blocks are placed beneath the beams to minimize vibration during use. Electrical wiring is run beneath the floor, protecting the wiring inside robust pipes. This creates a concealed, secure electrical network throughout the structure. Once the subflooring work is completed, the finished floorboards can be installed. Floorboards are cut and sized meticulously to fit each room. A small expansion gap, just a few millimeters wide, is deliberately left between the planks and the walls. This is a subtle but critical engineering choice, allowing the wood to expand safely during times of high humidity without causing damage to the adjacent walls. The second floor installation mirrors the first. First, the builder uses an electric sander to clean and polish the wood surfaces, removing all splinters to achieve a polished, smooth finish. Since the second floor beams will also serve as the finished ceiling for the first floor, they require immaculate finishing to maintain the interior's high aesthetic standard. The flooring process is the same as below, precision cutting and leaving small expansion gaps at the wall borders. As flooring progresses, both interior and exterior partition walls are mounted. Boards slide easily into position between vertical supports, fitting securely at their joints. The same methodology is applied to attic interior walls. To separate the room ceilings from the attic space above, a wooden divider layer is added. Structural beams provide stability while wooden planks fill in the remaining gaps, completing the second floor ceiling like for. For those trickier, curved, or hard-to-reach areas, the carpenter employs a clever, low-tech solution. A power saw then follows these lines, resulting in pieces that conform to the wall contours perfectly. Despite the overarching philosophy of all-wood construction, certain critical areas necessitate concrete block construction. Specifically, wet zones like bathrooms over time. High humidity makes these spaces unsuitable for timber alone. After the block walls are built, a roof slab must be installed. The builder crafts a metal frame, reinforces it with a mesh-like structure, and fills the form with a sand-cement mixture. Surface leveling is crucial here, ensuring the metal mesh is completely covered without any voids. Finally, the surfaces are leveled once more, and the walls are smoothly plastered both inside and out. Stairs represent one of the project's most demanding elements, requiring exact sequential measurements at every step. The process begins by accurately measuring the total height, the total rise of the installation area. Slots for each step are carefully cut into the stringers using a miter saw, then refined with woodworking chisels to ensure perfect, seamless fits. The second stringer is prepared identically. Standard safety specifications call for step rises between 17 and 20 centimeters with tread depth minimum of 23 centimeters. Enough space for average foot placement with comfort and safety. Wooden braces connect and reinforce the two stringers from each side, maximizing the structural strength. Once this support structure is secure, treads and risers fit firmly into place. After the second stringer is installed, the complete staircase is securely attached to the upper floor frame. For a touch of modern elegance, LED lighting is integrated beneath each step. An electrician routes hidden wiring throughout the staircase structure, connecting lights to a central power distribution board. The unused space beneath the staircase is enclosed with wooden paneling, which provides both visual appeal and added structural support. This transforms dead space into practical storage, a smart utilization of space without compromising the design aesthetic. The step lighting creates a striking visual effect, turning the staircase into a stunning modern focal point. While a staircase could technically be built without handrails, doing so severely compromises user safety. Handrails are critical components installed along one or both sides to provide secure, easily graspable surfaces. Beyond safety, handrails contribute to the staircase's overall structure and visual appeal, serving as both functional and aesthetic design features. Proper alignment and tight connections ensure long-term stability and user safety. All joints must be fitted with absolute precision. Attention to these structural details significantly enhances both safety and the overall quality of the finished woodwork. The builder now crafts the door and window frames. Mortises and tenons are cut at the panel ends, while the inner frame sides are cut at 45-degree angles to ensure the corner joints fit together seamlessly. Open areas designated for light admission will receive decorative mesh installations. To create the mesh frames, wood panels are carefully notched without compromising the core panel integrity. Each notch then receives a second cut panel, ensuring a smooth, uniform design. Mesh measurements are crucial for perfect fit and aesthetic results. Part of the mesh system includes a sliding mechanism for easy operation. The door and window frame designs are kept identical, creating visual cohesion throughout the space. The main space is now fully enclosed, forming a large, expansive hall flooded with natural warmth and sunlight. The finishing phase demands the most meticulous attention to detail. Every surface is painstakingly smoothed, using electric sanders to achieve a uniform, imperfection-free finish. Wood filler, tinted to match the timber's color, is used to seal any gaps, guaranteeing seamless results. An air release device clears the surfaces of all dust and debris, leaving everything spotless just before the next critical step. The spray painting process begins with a clear, colorless varnish that protects wood while perfectly preserving its natural grain and beauty. After the initial clear coat cures, the colored finishing begins. The builder selects a pigment to imbue the wood with a rich, luxurious appearance. The pigment is mixed into a base coat and applied via a spray machine, ensuring flawless, even coverage across all surfaces. This painting process covers every detail: ceilings, floors, stairs, windows, and doors. The method is effective for both interior and exterior surfaces. Exterior treatment is especially critical. Environmental factors like rain, cold, and intense sunlight demand robust protection for the facades. For optimal durability and a flawless finish, 2 paint coats are required. The finished doors and windows are now ready for reinstallation. Carpenters ensure stationary parts fit securely into the main frames, remaining solid and immovable. Movable doors, conversely, must glide effortlessly along their rail sets. Sliding mechanisms attached with rollers allow the doors to achieve that smooth, easy glide. Craftsmen attach one part of the mechanism to the door itself and the other to the frame. Once aligned and adjusted, doors fit perfectly, opening and closing with precision ease. Before final flooring installation, the electrical network must be established beneath the first floor. All wiring is gathered into special plastic conduit running throughout the house, providing power sources to each room. The second floor layer installation requires smaller beams to be fixed to the first floor layer. Before proceeding, the builder vacuums the entire space clean. High-quality, surface-treated wood, perfectly matched to the interior design, is used for the flooring. Notably, during this installation, no expansion gaps are necessary between the floor and the walls. The wood has been so thoroughly dried and treated that it can be laid in direct wall contact without risk of expansion or damage. In each room, wires are pulled up through floors to designated spots for electrical outlets and power sources. Once floor covering is completely laid, the transformation is remarkable. Every detail, color, material, and style harmonizes perfectly, adding seamless, elegant finish to the interior. With the house's shell complete, interior furnishing begins. The carpenter starts in the bedroom, crafting a custom wooden bed. As in previous projects, precision is the rule. He selects appropriately sized wooden planks, marks them according to his sketches, and cuts them using a drilling machine to form the main bed frame components. For superior accuracy, all cuts are refined using woodworking chisels, ensuring perfect fits. Before assembly, wood glue is applied to all joints. Horizontal wooden pieces are inserted into the cut sections, forming the bed's structure, guaranteeing sturdiness and stability. For the headboard, several planks are prepared to interlock with the sides curved to fit together aesthetically. Once these pieces are ready, glue is applied and the components are tightly clamped. The glue requires drying time for solid bonding. During this period, the carpenter works on the headboard frame, cutting and carefully joining the corners at 45-degree angles. The same process is repeated for the footboard, which is slightly shorter than the headboard. Once the frame is assembled, the bed receives its first light layer of paint via a spray machine. After the first layer dries, a second, darker coat enhances the finish. Finally, the bed is carefully placed in the bedroom. For extra stability, the carpenter installs side panels and places the mattress on top. The result is a beautifully crafted, sturdy bed that perfectly complements the room's overall design aesthetic. The kitchen is among the home's most important spaces where family members spend significant time together. Here, the floor level is too low. The area must first be filled with soil to achieve correct height. Once filled, the surface is carefully leveled and firmly compacted for a stable, even foundation. After proper surface preparation, a sand-cement mixture creates the floor screed, which forms a smooth, solid base for a final floor covering. Now begins the construction of one of the kitchen's most important features, the smokeless stove. A section of the floor is carefully cut out to accommodate the plumbing system installation. In other marked areas, stove construction begins. Brick is the ideal material for withstanding high temperatures, making it perfect for this application. This traditional stove relies on specific construction techniques, demanding high craftsmanship from the careful placement of fire bricks to the design of the internal heating channels. To create a durable working surface, the builder uses a granite slab, reinforced with rebar and a concrete mixture for maximum strength. This also creates a perfect heat-resistant area for setting down tools and kitchen items. To maximize heat retention, the stove's outer sides are filled with compacted soil. This added insulation traps the warmth inside, significantly improving the stove's efficiency. Once filled, the entire surface is smoothly plastered to seal in the heat and provide a clean, finished appearance. For preparing large family-sized meals, a large wok must be installed on the surface. The craftsman marks the wok's radius, then constructs the upper platform using fire-resistant bricks. In the heart of rural China, tradition and innovation blend to create this smokeless stove, crafted from locally sourced bricks and clay. Construction begins with a solid foundation, ensuring durability and excellent heat retention. The stove's center is left open for heat to rise freely, helping to retain warmth for extended periods. Outer walls are filled with compacted soil and the entire surface is smoothly plastered. Once the stove body is complete, rebar is added to the platform. The metal helps maintain heat even after the fire dies down, sustaining steady cooking temperatures. Together, the dual stoves create a highly efficient cooking station, capable of handling multiple tasks simultaneously. The second stove is built using the exact same method. Both are meticulously plastered inside and out, ensuring a clean finish and lasting performance. The installation area for the wok must first be filled with concrete for a solid, stable base. The craftsman then marks the granite slab, carefully tracing the wok's exact size to cut a precise opening. Once prepared, the granite is securely fixed onto the surface. Granite's sturdy, heat-resistant qualities make it ideal for this task, offering both practicality and beauty. To finalize the installation, the entire stove, top and side sections, is covered with smooth granite slabs, creating a cohesive, polished appearance. This granite layer significantly enhances durability while providing a sleek, modern finish. The creator pours water into the wok, planning to test how quickly it heats. Now it's time to test the stove. He lights the fire and observes the airflow and combustion inside the oven. Everything appears to be working correctly. The chimney draws smoke efficiently and the water reaches a boil, demonstrating strong, consistent heat distribution. To protect the interior space from moisture, a ventilation system is installed. Large corrugated pipes are mounted in the ceiling, connecting to the hood. This system actively prevents steam accumulation in the room during cooking. The bathroom sink. Processing such a large stone slab is challenging, requiring patience, precision, and care. The work demands time, but safety is equally important. As stone is shaped, it breaks into fine dust and small particles, making protective gear absolutely essential. Using an electric breaker, the stone's inner part is carefully carved out, then cleaned and refined. Special polishing solution is applied to smooth the surface, resulting in a clean, refined finish. Finally, a circular drill creates an opening at the center, preparing the stone for drainage pipe installation. In this episode, we've witnessed a house built with amazing craftsmanship, utilizing the traditional mortise and tenon method. Truly a masterpiece of timber framing. We also toured the detailed interior finishing, custom crafted furniture, and the unique bathroom and kitchen setups. If you've been fascinated by this project and want to discover more amazing creations, be sure to subscribe to ANSU's channel and check out our other episodes. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.